Welcome back to VishusTv. This is your global news channel. Tusi and the Islamic Republic are struggling badly to keep control of the revolution on the streets of Iran. The Iranian state TV was hijacked earlier on, and then they took back control. And now, over the last few minutes, it's been hijacked again by the anti-regime elements, and there's a lot to talk about. Of course, a number of IRGC bases and the businesses have now been burned down by the Iranians on the streets. People are out in multiple cities and towns. They continue to fight against the Islamic occupation, and more defection are coming from the police and the security forces. We have a video of one person who was now a former riot police officer who has now defected and has pledged allegiance to the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. We're going to give you guys the update, and the last live stream we had to end it because I had to deal with something on a personal level from Iran. Fortunately, everything's worked out well, so that's good news. But I will explain it when I can. For now, we can't because of the sensitivity of everything that's happening. Let's quickly go to Iran. Let's talk about what's actually been going on over the last few hours. More videos are coming. The internet is back. The internet is relatively back now. It's controlled, it's monitored, but it's back. And so about an hour ago, well, this was about, not an hour ago, quite a while ago, 3 hours ago now, around 9:30 p.m. local time, all the channels, every single TV channel in the Islamic Republic of Iran, as part of the state broadcaster, IRIB, were hacked. Now, we don't know if this was a remote hack or whether it was internal, somebody in the actual TV stations. For 10 minutes, this is unprecedented, 10 minutes, what they decided to do is they showed the images of the revolution alongside a special message from the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi speaking directly to the people in Iran. Also the first time that the Crown Prince has been, basically his message has been broadcast on the actual Iranian TV. Let's go and see what's happening. So these guys are in Iran filming their own TV, saying what is going on? What, they're changing the channels, and you can see these are the messages saying this is a message to the Iranian people. We are still fighting, we're still winning, and of course this is crazy. Now, yes, the people of Iran, continue your fight. And freedom is getting close. We are almost there. We are winning. Don't give up. And then they change the channel. Say, Europe is with you. Everyone's with you, they're saying. And then change the channel. The sports channel. They went to the sports channel. They says the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi is our voice. What else? This. Yes, the channel 3. That's hilarious. The Crown Prince, for the first time ever on the Islamic Republic state TV. Wow. Special message to the armed forces of Iran. You are the armed forces of Iran, not the Islamic Republic. It is your duty to defend the Iranians. There's not enough time left. Come out. Join people. They literally took control over every single channel. Now they got to change the channel. Channel 1. Channel 1. They got control of every channel. Now, it is absolutely... The regime couldn't do anything. They didn't even manage to shut down the whole thing. I thought they were going to shut it down, just completely go black. But no, they can't even do that. Then it continued. It kept going and going and going. This is another video of the moment the Iranian state TV was taken over. Every channel.
تا به حال باستی پیام رئیس جمهور امریکا رو در ضمن شنیده باشید. کمک در راه هست. پیام ویژه‌ای
help is
دارم
coming.
به پرسنل ارتش
Yeah,
راه
it
هست.
says help is
پیام
on its
ویژه‌ای
way.
دارم به پرسنل ارتش. شما
He's been
ارتش
speaking with
ملی ایران
Steve
هستید،
Witkoff
نه
a lot
ارتش جمهوری
from the White
اسلامی.
House.
وظیفه دارید از جان همیهنانتون حفاظت بکنید. فرصت زیادی براتون.
Anyway, so meanwhile, people on the streets up and down the country, towns and cities are on fire. People have taken control of many areas. The Islamic Republic, a lot of their own security forces are not following orders. So we have a few thousand people from Iraq, Afghanistan and Pakistan who have come to help the Islamic occupation forces. They're out there trying to kill people. And Tehran. Let's go to Masoudia, Tehran. More videos are coming. The internet is back, as I said, relatively. And over the last couple of days, obviously, over the last week, the regime have told the global liberal media everything's fine. Everything's over. The revolution failed because they didn't want the footage to come out. The videos are coming, guys. Let's go to 2 nights ago. IRGC business in the Masoudia area of Tehran completely destroyed. I'll show you the aftermath afterwards, the picture from the next morning, which is yesterday, basically yesterday. It's falling apart. The regime is falling apart. Somebody said, you, sir, have had quite a day. Take it. It's been a rough day. It's been... I am so sleepy right now. I am not built to do things like going out, walking, marching and speaking. And I'm built, as you guys know, the conspiracy theory is that I'm AI. I don't actually have legs. This is me. I'm always sitting here. When you go to sleep, I'm still sitting here. Today was rough, but... Do you want to see the aftermath? This is the funniest thing. This IRGC base, the business, the whole building is gone. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. This is from the morning. Anyway, so bonfire night every night in Iran, cities and towns on fire. More recent videos are coming now. Let's go to the next one. You F around with the Iranian people, you find out. Now, a lot of videos are coming from the last few days. This is, as I said, they've said the last week everything was finished and everything was gone. But clearly that is not true. As I said, the internet connection, this is very suspicious, by the way. Internet connection is back after a very long time. I did manage to get my dad in Tehran. He managed to send me a message on WhatsApp. That's the first. And but people are worried that everything is being monitored. Everything is, of course, being checked and censored. So be careful if you are using the internet from Iran, because, of course, you might get into huge trouble. Now, should we go back to Tehran on Friday? The area of Falla, things kicked off massively.
میدون فلا به عشق شاهزاده جمعه شب میدون فلا رو گرفتیم. میدون فلا رو گرفتیم.
So we've taken control of the Falla square, the area.
جاوید شاه بیاد.
Wow.
نترسید نترسید.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We're all together.
سیدالی سرنگونه.
Khamenei will be toppled. They're chanting. So, while that's happening, there is, of course, the sad news about those who have given their lives for this revolution and a future free Iran. Iran has about 90 million people in terms of the population. According to eyewitnesses, nearly every Iranian family has now been hit by either death or arrest or injury. Now, this is extremely significant. If you talk about a small country like Qatar or Israel, if something big happens, and actually, in fact, when I went to Israel, it was interesting that every time I met someone in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem or wherever, they knew somebody in their family that had something. Over the last few years, over the last couple of decades, the Intifada attacks, the October 7th, everybody would know somebody. But when it comes to a huge country, massive land in Iran, and over 90 million population, when every single family would know somebody that something's happened to them, that is huge. The numbers that are coming in terms of the official numbers, obviously they are false. That's the problem. But as I said, defections are continuing. Since the last message by the Crown Prince yesterday that he urged those who are defecting to come out now, to come out and help. A lot of them are on the streets. But Javad Sadeghieh, who's a former member of the riot police, the special unit, or as they say in Iran, Yagana Vijay, has now sent out a video statement calling on the Iranian armed forces to support the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, and he also pledged allegiance himself. Let's go to Javad Sadeghieh, English subtitles.
با درود، جواد صادقی هستم، عضو سابق پلیس عملیات ویژه که در یگان ویژه فراجا خدمت می‌کردم. با توجه به فرمایشات شاهزاده رضا پهلوی در چند روز گذشته در خصوص نیروی سرکوب و اتفاقات و فجایع و کشتار هموطنانم در ایران، وظیفه خودم دونستم که صحبتی داشته باشم با پرسنل نیروهای مسلح، مخصوصا نیروهای سرکوب یگان ویژه و سپاه. شرم بر شما، حاشا به غیرتتون، حاشا به شرافتتون. فردای روز بیگانگانی مانند هشت و شعبی ها و فاطمیون ها می روند پی کارشان، اما شما هستید که میمانید به عنوان نیروی سرکوب و مردم داغ دیده و خشمگین. هم قطاران سابق، وقت آن رسیده است ترمز این قطار خونبار که سرنوشتی جز نابودی و تباهی ندارد را بکشید. فرماندهان شما را به عنوان نیروهای لجمن این بار در لبه جلوی منطقه نبرد در برابر هموطنان قرار دادند. شما قسم یاد کردید همانا حافظ جان، مال و ناموس مردم باشید و نه اینکه جانها را، مالها را و ناموس مردم را غارت کنید و با گرفتن و ناقص کردن جان زن و پیر و جوان و کودک داغی بر دل پدران و مادران و هموطنان بگذارید. پس در این واپسین لحظات به عنوان یک فرد نظامی برای حفظ شرافت، غیرت و انسانیت بیایید به همکاری رضاشاه دوم و فریاد بزنید. ما فرزندان ایران، نیروهای مسلح این سرزمین، بر این حقیقت استواریم که وظیفه اصلی ما حفاظت از مردم، پاسداری از خاک میهن و دفاع از آزادی است. امروز اما رژیمی ظالم و فاسد به نام جمهوری اسلامی از ارتش و پلیس و سپاه به عنوان ابزاری برای سرکوب مردم استفاده می کند. رژیمی که سالهاست خون ملت را می مکد، کرامت ایرانیان را لگدمال می کند و با فساد، خرافه و خشونت کشور را به ویرانی کشانده است. در برابر چنین ظلمی زمان سکوت به پایان رسیده است.
Can I just say something quickly? I had to pause this. I've explained this many times. Apparently, it's not easy to understand. Someone just said, Maya, always enable closed captions, as in subtitles. They're not talking about that subtitles, obviously. We have subtitles, but when I speak, subtitles, right? It's not something, it's always enabled. It's automatic on YouTube. When it's live, it can't happen. After the live is finished, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, YouTube will upload it. Then if you watch it later, it will come automatically. I had to explain this every single time. And people watch the live stream sometimes before it's basically added. And they panic. Oh, now I've got hiccups. See what you've done to me? Let's go back.
همکاری ملی نیروهای مسلح به عنوان بخشی از کارزار همکاری ملی راهی برای پیوند دوباره سربازان، افسران و فرماندهان با ملت ایران است. ما اعلام می‌کنیم که نیروهای مسلح نه دشمن مردم، که برادر و خواهر آنانند. ما اسلحه را نه برای ریختن خون هم میهن بلکه برای حفاظت از جان و آزادی او به دست گرفته ایم. این همکاری پیمانی است برای پایان دادن به نقش سرکوبگری نیروهای مسلح. از این پس ما دوشادوش مردم می‌ایستیم تا نظامی که با جنایات و خیانت برپا شده سرنگون گردد. تنها با اتحاد مردم و نیروهای مسلح است که میتوان زنجیر استبداد را شکست و گذار تاریخی ملت ایران را به سوی آزادی، عدالت و دموکراسی رقم زد. جمهوری اسلامی باید بداند که دورانش به پایان رسیده است. دیگر سربازان و فرماندهان نمیخواهند دست در ریختن خون مردم داشته باشند. دیگر پلیس نمیخواهد در برابر جوانان، زنان و مردم بایستد که تنها خواستار آزادی و زندگی بهترند. از امروز نیروهای مسلح در کنار ملت خواهند بود برای سرنگونی رژیم و برای ساختن ایرانی آزاد، آباد و شایسته فرزندانش. ایران را با اتحاد و غیرت پس میگیریم. پاینده ایران!
Long live the king. Anyway, so there is a situation, by the way. The Eastern globalists who are currently leading the World Economic Forum have done a favor to their friends in Iran. Now, as you guys know, the World Economic Forum, or WEF, has an annual conference in Davos. And at times, it's mostly led and controlled by the Western globalists, especially the French. The French establishment love Davos. And but in recent times, obviously, it's now being led and controlled by the Eastern globalists. So Xi Jinping and Putin. So the Islamic Republic's foreign minister, in the middle of all this, guess what he's doing this week? Abbas Araghchi will be speaking at Davos, WEF's conference, which will start tomorrow, Monday. Oh, he's going to Switzerland. He's going to have a great time. WEF leaders, the current leaders of the World Economic Forum, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, helped him get a platform this year. And I think, to be fair, people like Araghchi, who's the foreign minister, they are trying to find their next gig. They are trying their best to have something after the collapse of the regime. Obviously, the IRGC members, the leaders of the IRGC, they're all going to be in trouble, massive trouble. Ali Khamenei, we don't know what's going to happen to him. But government ministers, they want a gig, right? They're going to join some sort of globalist entity. And with the help of, obviously, their friends who are running the World Economic Forum these days, especially Putin and Xi Jinping, he will have a lot of opportunities to go out there, whether he wants to live in Beijing, whether he wants to live in Moscow. There's going to be a lot of gigs for him. If he manages to get out, he'll be lucky. So if I were Abbas Araghchi, I wouldn't worry too much. Just make sure you have backup plans. Just in case, you know. Anyway, we've just had the update. The hijacking of the Islamic Republic State TV continues. I don't know what's going on right now in Iran. You would think that they would have taken control, the Iranian regime, but no. So the hacking continues. Again, we don't know if this is a remote hacking or somebody inside the building in Tehran, the Islamic State TV, the IRIB, whether they have basically managed to manipulate the system or whether it's remote. Because if it's remote, I don't understand why these idiots can't control this. It continues. They have now a message for the president of the Islamic Republic, Masoud Pezeshkian. Let's go, and I'm going to have to translate this, I think, for you guys. It just came out. Oh my God, what's going on? I'll read it first, then I'll let you know. They're warning him. It's difficult. Yeah, you're basically the responsible people dying on the streets. Yeah, basically, tell the security forces not to kill people. Thousands of your brothers will be killed on the streets. You're supposed to be a doctor. You're supposed to be a president. You're supposed to be a human. Have some have some, well, first be ashamed, but have some humanity. Yeah, be ashamed of yourself. That is interesting. This is just completely kicking off right now in Iran. and considering, it is hilarious, but considering that the Islamic Republic did a whoopsie, because they shut down the internet for a while, now it's back, right? For now it's back. That destroyed their own system and their own economy, their own communications, because the intranet that they have, it is not enough. It's worse than North Korea. But they also started to basically go around and take people's satellite dishes so they can't have access to international TV. So everyone was forced to watch their own TV channels. And then the TV channels were hijacked. What were you thinking, idiots? Just let people watch their own international channels. The Crown Prince, of course, he is ready to return as cities and towns continue to be taken over by the people of Iran. As a reminder, let's go to his latest, very powerful speech, the Crown Prince.
The people of Iran are being slaughtered in the streets and in their homes by a regime that shows no mercy. More than 12,000 Iranians were massacred in 48 hours. One murder every 14 seconds. The battle in Iran today is not between reform and revolution. It is between occupation and liberation. And the Iranian people have already chosen their side. Their heads are bloodied, but unbowed. Despite the lies you're hearing from the regime, its bloodlust has not diminished. The slaughter has not stopped. My brave compatriots, still holding the line with their broken bodies, but unbreakable will. The people have not retreated. Their determination has made one thing clear. They are not merely rejecting this regime, they are demanding a credible new path forward. The Iranian people are taking decisive actions on the ground. It is now time for the international community to join them fully. I will return to Iran. The people of Iran have risen to reclaim their country. History will honor those who stand with them. Long live Iran.
So apparently someone just said in the live chat, Anonymous have claimed responsibility, saying help from inside the country. So this is quite interesting. I'm just going to double check this. Anonymous say, yes, the Anonymous Collective, in cooperation with the Iranian hackers, has hacked the satellite TV channels of Iran's state broadcaster. It's so good. Oh, so embarrassing for the regime. Sad times. Earlier on, I'm going to get your reaction to the live chat in a second. Earlier on, we had tens of thousands of people, around close to 100,000 people on the streets of London. The Iranians, the British patriots, the Jewish community, many others from other places, including America, were in London. And send a message to not just the IRGC, but also the British state. And I had the honor to also stand up on the platform and make a speech. In case you missed it, this is just a couple of minutes of the speech I made outside the Prime Minister's office in London, Keir Starmer. Let's go.
Thank you for coming. We started this march from the BBC Broadcasting House to Downing Street for a reason. To address both the media establishment and the political establishment. First, the BBC. They claim that they have to be impartial. That's why they have to call it an economic protest, not a revolution. But the BBC were absolutely fine with calling Khomeini a savior of Iran 47 years ago. The BBC were fine when they claimed that the paramilitary coup in 1979 was a popular revolution. I have a lesson for the BBC bosses. Dear BBC executives, let me teach you. The IRGC are the Islamic occupiers. Hamas is a terrorist organization. Anti-Semitism is wrong. Oh, and Greta Thunberg is not the Messiah. She's a very naughty girl. Now, the political establishment. I don't care about Keir Starmer or the government. They are a bunch of powerless, useless puppets of civil service. My message is to the British state, the Foreign Office, the palace. Nobody is forcing you to defend and support the Iranians. But please stop supporting the Islamic enemies of Iran. Because guess what? Despite your former relationship with them, they are also your enemy now. Now, my other message to the rest of the mainstream media: it's too late. Don't try to jump on a bandwagon now. While 2CTV and new media channels are getting millions and millions of viewers, the only people watching your channels are political hacks in Westminster and DC and drunk people at 3 a.m. who can't find the remote to change a channel. Big thank you to the British patriots, the Jewish community, the Americans, and everybody who is supporting the Iranians. I made a promise on my channel. Thank you all. I made a promise on my channel. I said once Iran is free, I will open the first ever British pub in Tehran called the Crown and Lion. I will see you in the pub. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Javi Shah! Javi
Just a quick thing. Hang on.
Thank you for
Just an advice. If you are to make a speech, right? Don't do this.
Iran called the Crown and
Wait.
Lion. I will see you in
Hang on.
the pub. Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't do that. That is very unfortunate timing. Yeah, try to either use your left arm or try not to, basically, don't do the my heart goes out to you all. It's just bad timing, unfortunately. But yeah, so that happened. And while that is going on, people in Iran continue their fight back. All right, what's happening with you guys? I pray for the safety of you and all your family. Us Jews stand ready with their mighty hand to help the free people of Persia and the rest of Iran as well. But thank you, Jews. We love you guys. And it was an honor to shake your hand earlier outside the BBC. I was there for the rally, took the tube to Westminster due to a bad back. Great day. Oh no. Well, sorry about that. I don't know what caused that. Hopefully something fun. I hope your back gets better as well. All right, anyway. And, oh yeah, you forgot to mention 75% off 2CTV as well. Whoa, wait for it, wait for it. We don't have 75% discount now, all right? Everybody breathe. Taking the TV station and having the internet back is a game changer. Thank you for reporting to see. It is a game changer. And then obviously with people still being outside and fighting and burning down IRGC bases, I don't know how the regime are going to find the miracle. They were supposed to get help from the thousands of the Islamists that they brought in from Iraq and Pakistan and Afghanistan. I don't know what those idiots are doing, apart from just killing innocent people. They're not able to actually bring back order into society. This is class, the SCP on state TV. Oh, Crown Prince, that was funny. That was... They had a meltdown. Somebody's going to get fired tonight. Somebody from the state TV is going to get fired. And by fired, I mean literally fired. Like, not sacked. Not like you're going to lose your job. They'll be fired. I was chatting to a nice Iranian guy at the rally. I told him about your channel. Thank you for the promo. You will get 99% discount now. USA Space Force is taking over the IRGC TV. No, it's the Jewish space lasers. That's what they did it. Also, speaking of the Americans, the USS Abraham Lincoln has now gone past Malaysia. I believe it's close to, I think it's just gone past Singapore. So it's getting close. It's getting close to the range that is needed. But I think they're just going to get to directly get to the Middle East. Although, again, I don't know what their strategy is. They might stay just outside of the Middle East and launch, but we don't know. It's going to take another few days, so keep counting. Elon using Starlink on the same frequency because the toilet tried to jam, my guess. Proud of the brave Iranians. Love from Deutschland. Thank you very much. Ivan says, I can confirm Maya has legs. I've met him. Yes, but did you? Did you? You might have been dreaming, Ivan. Thank you, guys. Birdie says, WhatsApp has end-to-end encryption, meaning it's hard for governments to eavesdrop without, I presume, cooperation with that Meta. Of course, Meta is not cooperating with the Islam. Meta kicked off even with the British government. And by the way, Mark Zuckerberg, usually I don't give him a shout out, he won that battle. He massively won that fight with the British government, and he didn't give the data over, so that was fun. America, although then the British government used the new loophole legislation, new powers to take it was a bit of a mess. American company, any thoughts on this? Yeah, they can't have access to that. 47th president, save our 47th year of tyranny. I saw a quote on the Grimm TV series. Do people still watch that? I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Good one, actually. Are people able to use VPN in Iran when the internet is working? Yes. Yep. That's what they're doing. Will the events in London help prevent the UK's 1979? No, because the UK's 1979 is going to be a slow progress. It's not going to be an event of overnight or over a few weeks. There's no need for any sort of bloody revolution in the UK for a takeover by Islam, because the political establishment just invited it in. It's like, yeah, come, take everything. We'll just turn all our McDonald's and KFCs into halal. Everything's gonna be fine. You know, do you want this church? You could turn it into a mosque. Would you like it? Yeah, there we go. Take the church. So they don't need to do any sort of coup or war. Thank you. And this military man is so brave, Javed Shah. Yes, although he was a riot police officer, but you know, they're all basically the same in Iran because they all have extra powers. It's not like the Metropolitan Police in London. Think how close you are to 75% off. That will frighten the hiccups away. It did actually. It worked. It scared me with the 75% discount. All right, we must address the root of the problem. Please encourage everyone to watch Raymond Abraham's interview on trigonometry. Yes, actually, go check it out. That was a good one by Raymond. He's a great guy. Very, very knowledgeable. Wise, I would call him wise. Also badass. You don't want to F around with him. Only thing missing, 2CTV flags. They are safe. I know. Vinny, where were you today? You were supposed to be in charge of the 2CTV flags in the crowd. You're fired. Trump's Truth Social reported that chemical weapons was just used. Did he post that? When did he do that? Well, we know about the chemical weapons because we broke the story, but has he said something? Trump. Oh my God. What is happening? Hang on, let's double check this. How did I miss this? Was I taking a nap? I don't see a post by the president on this. If somebody wants to confirm this, that would be nice because I can't find it. I'll double check. Oh God, what's happening now? All right, anyway. Kevin, Trump's guys could wake up most of the globalist leaders out of their bed in one night in one hotel for a free flight. That's a great opportunity. This is the other thing, by the way, because Davos conference is now here from Monday, tomorrow. Anything could happen with the distraction. Protesters targeted the envoy office of Palestine. I did hear about that. I was trying to get confirmation on this, by the way. So apparently the so-called, it's technically the Palestinian ambassador sort of thing. The Iranians managed to attack the office. In case you don't know what the Iranians think of so-called Palestine, one of the famous chants on the streets in Iran is that you can shove your Palestinian flag up your... Yeah. And they also say F Gaza, F Lebanon. By Lebanon, they don't mean the whole of Lebanon, by the way. They mean Hezbollah. F Gaza, F Lebanon, my life is only for Iran. Yeah, no disrespect to the lovely Lebanese. Some are watching right now, by the way. The good Lebanese Christians. IDF jets seen flying north over Tel Aviv. Not sure how true this is. Yes, they did. There was also a big operation in Lebanon against Hezbollah again earlier on. So that was that military exercise. If this all was a Mossad CIA op, I would think they would have planned it so the Lincoln would be in proximity. This is clearly organic. Yeah, I know. They would. let me clarify. If CIA wanted to do something proper, with also CIA and Mossad working together is always a little bit weird because they don't trust each other. They don't. CIA trusts MI6, but not Mossad. But hypothetically, if they were to do something, firstly, if the American empire want to do something planned, they would win. You can't defeat the Americans. And yes, the implosion in Iran was organic, but the Americans then had to get ready. And then they got ready in the wrong way, which was a week ago. And then they realized, oh, maybe we should do something else. Really? Out of practice, apparently. It takes a lot of power to overwhelm the entire television spectrum for the country, like the power of the nuclear aircraft carrier operating close by. Imagine. IRGC new headquarters opening in Westminster. Yes, it's currently in the western parts of central London. It's in Maidavale, which is Kensington. There is an IRGC headquarters in London. It's just in Maidavale. It's called the Islamic Centre of England, I think, and it's controlled by Ali Khamenei. You're welcome, says Ian. Why? Why am I welcome now? You did an Elon. I know, my heart went out to everybody in the crowd. That was bad. Very naughty. Take the BBC off air, please. Yeah, can we hack the BBC? That would be nice. Just broadcast 2CTV live streams on BBC. Yes, Anonymous, if you're watching this, can you please hack into the BBC system and just broadcast our live streams? Just for a few minutes. Yeah, not bad. Nice speech. Did you borrow your wife's scarf? That's my scarf. That is my Burberry scarf, which my wife bought it for me, but I think it was a Christmas present. But how dare you? Burberry scarves are unisex. I am not a girl. Not today, Satan. Do you think Artesh will now join the Peps? The Peps. Is that the people? 23rd of January. Oh, yeah. So I'm still fascinated by what is happening with those allegedly thousands and thousands of the military who have defected. I don't know what they're doing. I'm guessing, I don't know. Some of them might just be on the streets. But what was the point of defection if you're just protesting on the streets? If they are doing some sort of covert operation behind the scenes, well, I don't know what's going on. We can't really tell. But if we are actually going to have a situation where the alleged, was it 30,000, 20,000 military people who have apparently pledged allegiance to the Crown Prince, if they're going to come out with their guns and fight, then fine, that's cool. But we haven't seen them. So I'm not really sure what is going on with that. So they said they've defected, but where are they? Sounds like you bloody National Socialist, Maya. Accidental National Socialist, for the record. Is Maya a common Persian name? Jewish Maya. It's different. No, because it's actually pronounced Mahyar. But nobody in Britain could say that, so we just say Maya. And no, it is. So I can't remember. I think he was like right-hand man to Cyrus the Great, someone like that. He was like a knight, basically, Maya. And it's a very old school Persian name, which has been coming back in recent years. After I was born, everybody is now calling their kids Maya, so which is, but obviously. But the translation is a little bit girly. Ma means the moon, and Yar means friend. So I am Moon Friend. Welcome to Moon Friend TV. Friend of the Moon. Yeah, that is manly. Very masculine name, right? I don't think it was intentional and to be interpreted as a Nazi. Yeah, it's a joke. Oh, I forget people might not understand British humor. Yeah. It was. Yeah, I didn't actually do a Nazi salute, for the record. Anyway, we left Tehran a day before the US embassy was taken over. I can't wait to have Iranian bread, noon, with the free Iranian people. Aloha from Hawaii. Brilliant. Yeah, hopefully soon. In my pub. The first British pub. We have 36,000 people watching live, by the way. Although only 10,000 of you have clicked like. That's so rude. So mean. When Iran is liberated, is renaming Iran to Persia a consideration, or do the people prefer? Yeah, because it was never called Persia. Persia was the Western name for, well, not even Western, it was the English name for Iran. In Germany, in Deutschland, they called it Persis. I know, Germans. Iran is the original because it means the land of Aryans. And it includes everybody. Because in Iran you have different ethnicities. People like me who are Persian Iranian, my family. Then you've got the Kurdish Iranians and Azeri Iranians, Turkish Iranians basically. You got Arab Iranians. You got way too many ethnicities. Too many Iranians. But yeah, so that the whole point of it is to create unity. And the Pahlavi dynasty basically told the whole world, we just have one name, one word, Iran. Stop using different words. So the half the country, half the world was calling it something else. The other half was calling it. It's like when I feel sorry for the people of Deutschland, that we just refuse to say Deutschland, we just say Germany. We're like, just say Deutschland. And I shared Niak's video of the other night with Trump, Millet, Meloni, Wilders, and Orban. What were they up to? That sounds like a good party. Thank you, Yvonne and Mariam. Javid Shah, long live the king. Thank you. There is, I'm trying to see if the question's there. Thank you to the Anonymous Collective for getting the truth on State TV. God bless Iran. God bless Maiha. Who is Maiha? That's so close, Maiha. Yeah, the best way is best spelling. Somebody did say it just now. There we go. No, that one. Too many. That one. Mahir. M-A-H-Y-A-R. You did so great today. Love from France. Brilliant. Javid Shah. Thank you, Nadia. They closed my browser for being pro-free Iran. Who closed your browser? Well, open it again. My fear is that the clown price takes power and the loons take him out. Yeah, it's not okay. So, as long as you have a strong constitution, then the crown will be protected. What am I frozen? What is that? Oh, I'm back. I was frozen for a bit. Anyway, oh my God! I swear, I just got one of you guys. I'm gonna call you out. So you know the people in the live chat who keep saying enable closed caption. Brr. It's already enabled. It's automatic on YouTube, right? I explain. Would you guys accept that I explain the situation? When it's live, you can't. It takes about, someone said it takes an hour. I thought it takes about 15 minutes for YouTube to upload it. Then the subtitles, the captions will come up. Now, someone just said, you're emailing me now saying, Maya, all you have to do is enable CC before you go live. It's already enabled. That way, your viewers can read the stream in any language. They can, you just have to wait a few minutes after the live. Okay, breathe. It's been a long day, everything. Shalom and blessings from me in the Netherlands. Love it, thank you. Your bisexual scarf was molting on your jacket. First, my bag was gay, apparently. Is my bag here? Yeah, this bag. So at one of the protests, I took my lovely Ted Baker bag. I put my equipment in this. And apparently, people call it gay bag. Also, there's nothing wrong with a gay bag. It's not a gay bag. It's a very masculine. It's a lesbian bag. It's so masculine. It's lesbian. Nothing wrong with gay bags, but I can assure you, the sexuality of this bag is not gay. It's still hetero. So, and now apparently my scarf is bisexual. Great. The Islamic Center of England. So ICE. Oh my God, that is so true. The Islamic Center of England is basically ICE. Oh, it's the little things. It's the little things. Anyway, so the scarf goes nicely with your gay bag. It's funny because this person wrote the comment before I just talked about the bag. The comment was already there. You guys, you live to bully me. We are watching Maya. Didn't know you smoked. Yeah, only cigars. Mayor, that's a new one. Mayor, you are in my prayers. Hope your dad is okay. Miga. I'm Israel. Hi. That's literally hi. Like H-I-G-H. Love it. Regards, Linford. Thank you, Linford. But yes, thank you so much. Yeah, you tried with the spelling. I forgive you. It's okay. Yeah, my name is not easy to spell. It's okay. Or I'm Israel Chai, right? Probably waiting on standby, waiting to coordinate with the US attack via the Shah. Well, do you mean the military? Oh, but I hope so. But I'm not really sure if, I don't know. I'm not really sure the military who have apparently defected are coordinating with the Americans. That would be wishful thinking. But you never know, right? You never know. They might be in touch with CIA. Parliament building next on the list. Yeah, this is the big one. And they got tanks outside, basically. I'm not sure why Aryans is being censored. It's not, because you just put the Aryans there. I can't post messages in many platforms, anything that includes Aryans. Isn't it disrespectful to be, and my identity being censored? I didn't even done. Wait, you're in Australia. Are you Iranian or you're just a random Australian identifying as Aryan? I'm very confused. But yeah, you can do it on YouTube, see? I can see your comments. Meyer is a Jewish name. Yeah, although it's slightly different to Golda Meir, one of my favorite prime ministers, by the way. But Meyer Lansky, we all know you are Mossad. That's so true. I am so Mossad. Crown Prince, autocorrect. Yeah, your Crown Prince changed to Clown Price. Nice try. It's okay. I got the message. Don't worry. Anonymous is American before USA does anything. They would want communication for the people. That is a good point. Yeah, because they're going to have to send a message to people in Iran. Get out. We are coming. And when is the next march? Keep the pressure on. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully the next revolution, because it was very tiring today. I can't. Too much walking. I'm getting old. Right, so Jeff says, Space Force is not just outer space. We know. It also has to do with internet satellites. The Americans are there. Thank you, 2CTV, for all you do. Thank you, Racer Jeff. At this point, stick with Moonfriend. It's easy. Yes, I am a Moonfriend 2C. Is it true that MEK are inbred Qajar descendants? Yes. Shall I give you the summary? So, MEK, that are the Mujahideen of Iran, they are a small group of irrelevant Marxist Islamic weirdos, terrorists. So, a lot of people have been asking about who they are. And a shorter version was that in 1979, they were working with Khomeini, the basically now IRGC. They brought down the Shah, and then they fell out. They got split because Khomeini and the Islamists started killing the Mujahideen because they were commies. It was a bit of a mess. But a very, very shorter, slightly version of that, simplified version, was that Iran, during the days of the Ottoman Empire, we also had the Qajar family, which was technically a royal family, right? It was a dynasty. We had the kings and all that for a very long time. And those idiots, by the way, they were traitors, and they kept basically giving away chunks of lands from Iran to other countries. Russia, do you want this part? Yeah, take that. At that point, Iran was a huge country, and the empire. But then, those guys were, technically speaking, from the Azeri Iranian side. They were the Turkish Iranian side. That's why I mentioned the Ottoman Empire at the same time, from the Turkish side. They were also culturally Islamic, right? They didn't really impose in that sense, like the Islamic Republic, Islam, but they basically influenced the culture. They brought in the Islamic culture. So, beginning of 20th century, Reza Shah, the first king of the Pahlavi dynasty. So we've had two. We had Reza, and then Muhammad Reza, the son, who left in 1979. And now we have the grandson, which is the Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi. That's why people say Reza Shah II, or King Reza II. So the Pahlavi dynasty, Reza Shah came, fought against the Qajar dynasty, and made Iran great again, and basically pushed back against Islam and the cultural part of Islam. Modernized, and then his son became king, and he even modernized even further. Free market came, free speech, capitalism, it was great. But then, during that time, when the second king, so the last Shah, was in charge, the Qajar side were destroyed, but they still existed. You had the Soviet Union, communists, trying to influence Iran. Then you had the Qajars, who had a good relationship with the Russians, because they kept selling out at the time. The MEK, or the Mujahideen, were basically part of that side overall. Not directly Qajar, but They would have been Team Qajar at the time. They were left-wing, basically. They were left-wing terrorists. And they're like cultural Islam. So what they ended up doing was that you had Mossadegh. Some of you might have heard of Mossadegh. He was the prime minister in Iran that was appointed by the king, the Shah. The Western media would tell you, oh yes, Iran had an elected, democratically elected prime minister, and CIA brought him down and installed the Shah. Like, how? The king was already king. He appointed Mossadegh. He wasn't democratically elected. He appointed Mossadegh as prime minister because he was under pressure. And then Mossadegh was a commie who was linked to the Qajar family and the Soviet Union. So he basically wanted to nationalize the oil, but not for good reasons, because he wanted to bring down the monarchy. He wanted to basically give Iran to the Soviet Union. So the Shah said, well, we can't have this. This is treason. So he got rid of him. And he had to get help from CIA. And that's it. But then MEK was created, the Mujahideen, after Mossadegh, after the Qajar side and the Soviet Union side. They were like, whoa, we need to take back control. We need communism in Iran. So they worked together with Khomeini, the Ayatollahs. And then once they did their paramilitary coup, armed, literally running around, kill everyone, and they took over Iran, the Islamists, the Ayatollahs, Khomeini, start killing the Mujahideen. So now, MEK or Mujahideen are also against the Ayatollahs, but they're also against the Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, because they want to bring back the Qajar, a communist version of the Qajar days, like basically socialist Islamic. That is a shorter version, which wasn't really that short. So I hope this kind of helped. But yeah, they're all the same. Basically, the days of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire were a bunch of weirdos. Qajar side were a bunch of weirdos. And the Soviet Union came, a bunch of weirdos. And they wanted to take control of every country because of their empire. So that's basically what happened. Now, there is... What's going on? Make a yo, Migga. No. That's one of the reasons I don't like Migga. Just say make Iran great again. It sounds wrong. No Migga. For protesters to get more attention from Gen Z around the world, raise straw flag. Instagram and TikTok is already killing it when it comes to raising awareness, regardless of those things. Lots of love from Max and Brent. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Iranian in Australia, and I have to use Aryans as I am using F words in many platforms. The last time I tried that was in eFootball. Oh God, did you try to name your team Aryan FC? Also, add me on eFootball. If you play eFootball, add me. It's my name. My gamer tag is public. I don't care. But I'm on PlayStation, PS5. Anonymous has 2 words for IRGC. Expect us. Good. Oops, I meant to say make... Okay, that makes more sense. Make my Miga. Yeah, your Miga. To be fair, it works for both yo and my. And both sounds very wrong. Stop it. Niak has my number if you need anything. Oh, hello. Thank you. I currently need more water. Hang on. I saw a couple of non-supers I wanted to respond to. Where did they go? Oh yeah, someone says no internet for a week. The TV stations missed the patch update Tuesday. The thing is, that might actually be related to the systems not being updated, but probably not. I don't know. I think they were always going to get hacked anyway. The US is Abraham Lincoln is still a long way off. No, it's like 5 days away. 5 days, yeah. Around the corner, there's Singapore this morning. Yes, it did go past Singapore. So we'll wait for the next few days to see what the Lincolnites are doing, if that's a word. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope this was informative. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Moon Friend Tusi. I'm Maya Tusi. And thank you so much. And we are the media.